Hi everyone, welcome to Fingers, Thumbs and Fits, and today we are continuing with Dungeon Saga and the Trial of Tyranny campaign. We are on adventure number 6, which is called Two Ways Up. Now you might notice that we're going straight into the adventure here. We don't have a intro sequence, and that's because this carries on directly from the previous one, sorry. So yeah, there's no downtime in between. Excuse me. The heroes also don't get any revive tokens as it carries on straight away. We are being hunted by the enemies after being after the events of the previous mission. And yeah, this is what happens, I guess, when you kill a Dwarf Lord in his own hold. Okay, the Dwarf Lord was dead already, so we kind of re-killed him. But, you know, it still stands. So, I'm still going to play a little intro, and then we'll get to it.
With the collapse of Dureg's main hall, the darkness grows ever more. Where the heroes stand looks familiar, but they can't be sure, and the darkness doesn't help. The quest for the map of Dalgarth continues, but the battle with Dureg has alerted more minions, and now the heroes find themselves being hunted. Whether the heroes retrace past steps or take a new way, it's better not to get caught.
Okay, so I'm back again. As you can see, heroes are kind of just, they're in a room that has a little bit of rubble in it, and that's it. That's all we've got at the moment. I don't think there's anything else that we can do. Well, I mean, we can, you know, explore the room and we can leave. I don't quite know how this is going to play out and what's in store for us, really. So we'll crack on, shall we? Okay, so we're going to have Captain Lucky. Right, actually, before he's going to search the room, but before we do, I'm going to show you this time. Look, here's the exploration deck. I am shuffling them. I'm not the world's best shuffler, as you can tell, but the cards are being shuffled. See? Cards are shuffled. So, what's the first card? As Captain Lucky is exploring, well, nothing is better than, well, actually, that's a good result for this campaign so far. Also, on the subject of shuffling, there are traps in this dungeon. Here are our trap counters. Whoops. We're going to shuffle these up, as always. I don't know which ones are which. So we'll put these over to this side. So when a trap comes up, I'll pick one at random. Okay, so also I apologise, I'm coming off of a bit of a cold, so I do apologise for the coughs and the coughs and the sniffles and how my voice sounds. I will try and edit that out, but yeah. Let's continue, shall we? So our man has searched the room. Oh yeah, our objective, by the way, is to get out. We've got to find a way out. So finding nothing is probably the best thing that could have happened just then. So Danor is in fact actually going to move over to here, and he's going to open the door. He's going to be the one to open the door. And what is on the other side of the door? Well, let's have a look, shall we? Firstly, we have a skeleton, a warrior, over here. You can see just on camera. He is guarding a door by the looks of it. Where are my doors? There is a pile of rubble blocking the way here. There is another pile of rubble blocking the way here. And one more door up over here. Although that Skelly's not alone, he has a couple of friends. One Skelly up here, and we have a Skelly archer over here. So this is what's in the room awaiting us. So far we have quite a collection of enemies. So he moved 1, 2, 3 to open the door. He's going to move back into the room, 4, 5, because he does not want any part of that. So how are we going to deal with this? Olaf, no, not Olaf, I keep getting these two muddled up. Rodin, who you might remember from the previous mission, has now got athletic dash, so he can now move an extra 2 spaces. Can he get into combat with anything? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, he can. He can get into combat with the archer. So I think he might have to do that. He can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so he's going to smack the archer up a little bit. So, archer. Rodin has a combat of 4. He needs, for Skelly Archer, he needs 2s. Oh well, there we go, that wasn't too great, was it? And the archer's combat, I believe, is 2, yes. He soaks, well, he soaks both of them. Okie dokie then. Well, I mean, it stopped the archer from shooting. That wasn't the best outcome, but it's better than now. So, okay. I keep saying because I absolutely have no idea what it is I'm doing, evidently. Olaf also has athletic dash. Can he get into combat with anything? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He can move. He can move 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He can engage this Skelly up here. The undead were not prepared for an ultra fast dwarf and an ultra fast barbarian. So Olaf attacking the skeleton warrior. Yep, I'm not going to use his frenzy ability. Skelly soaks 1, but the other 2 go through. So our hyper fast barbarian is successful in taking out the skeleton warrior. And Madrigal, who's just quite quick anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he's going to try and take out that Skelly Not as successful, but hang on a minute. She does have now Eagle Eye, which, if I remember correctly, allows her to re-roll her dice. Because, yes, it's basically her special ability that she can use all the time. So we re-roll that one. Well, that didn't help much, did it? But she's still got 3. So it's 2 of them, unfortunately. So, okay, Skelly Warrior is still alive. I guess this is kind of what happens when you rush into things. The warriors are trying to hastily beat a retreat and not paying attention to what it is they're doing. So, enemy's turn. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, well, he's going to engage Madriga, obviously. Needing 3s and getting none. And the archer is engaging Olaf, Rawdin. See, I told you I was getting that all wrong. Needing 4s. Getting both of them. This is where the archer's doing better than a skeleton warrior. No, Rawdin's fine. He can ward off the blow of a feeble skeleton warrior. Oh, yeah, there we go. See, once again, there might have been an interrupt. Can you see that on camera? Yeah, just, I think. Not that it would matter because I keep forgetting it anyway, and you know this. There would have been an interrupt, maybe, but it wouldn't have made much of a difference, I don't think. There is an interrupt on that nothing card, but yeah. Okay, so let's continue, shall we? Rawdin is going to continue to wail on this Skelly archer. It can't take him 2 turns to take it out, surely. And I've been doing this wrong for the Skelly archers all this one time. I was under the impression, like normal Skellies, it needed 2 damage to take it out. Skelly archer, not only does it have damage 1, it also only needs, sorry, defense 1, it only needs 1 damage to kill it as well. I've been doing it as 2. So yeah, that's taken the archer out. So I've been making this a little bit harder for myself in these previous missions. And it was only until I watched a recent video from Adam at the Excellent Die Rolling channel that I realised that they only need 1 damage to take out. So yeah, thanks Adam for making me pay attention. Right, anyways, so that's Rawdin. He's going to now do his normal, he's going to do his athletic dash move, which he can do after an action. So he's going to move 2. I'm going to move him in front of this door. Then he's going to use his normal movement to open the door. And see what lies beyond. There's another door, which we love to see. There's a skeleton warrior, which is not as great. And there's also a spawn point. Now, spawn points in this mission, each spawn point, well, the Overlord can spawn something each turn on each spawn point, and it's randomized as to what it is as well. So I could end up being hounded by a horde of armoured zombies. And by horde I mean 3, because that's only as many models as I have. But 3 are, well, 1 armoured zombie's bad enough. But anyway, he's used 1 movement point to open the door. 2, 3, 4. So he's actually going to engage this Skelly and stop this Skelly from actually causing any trouble. Olaf is going to come down and help Madriga. 1, 2, actually, no, because I opened the door. So there's that. That flips over to aggressive, which means there is an interrupt. So something is going to attack somebody. And I think it's going to be the warrior on Madriga, because she's the easiest one to damage. So a Skelly warrior. I haven't played this game in a while now, so I keep forgetting all these stats. So bear with. Skelly warrior needing 3s. Come on, Madriga, you can save this. She's got a combat of 3, but she can re-roll 1 because of her chainmail shirt, which she doesn't need to. But anyway, just in case, she's more than fine. Okay, so doesn't get an interrupt token for that because didn't cause any damage. So as I say now, Olaf is going to come down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he's going to have a go at Skelly, who is now outnumbered. So it counts as armor 1. So Olaf needs 2s. And the Skelly can't defend that. Now, there will be another interrupt, because I only have the 1 card at the bottom of the deck. So this other Skelly warrior is now going to attack Rawdin as he comes barreling into the room. So what does this Skelly do? Needing 4s. Getting both of them. These are very, very well trained Skellies. The Necromancer's doing a very, very good job here. Right, well, I've soaked 1. Can I do anything about that? I mean, he can use Stalwart to re-roll that, which might be an idea. I need a 4 though. Yeah, go on. I'm not really going to use it any other time, I don't think so. Okay, well, that didn't help. So yeah, Rawdin takes a point of damage. That's not too bad, I don't think. Danor's going to search. No, he can't search the room because he's already searched that one. He's going to come out into this room. Where does he want to stand? I mean, he can stand in the middle, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Search this corridor now that there's nothing in it. Finds a healing potion. Danor's confused. He's like, hang on a minute, a monster hasn't attacked me. What's going on? Right, now Madriga's going to come down this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. She's going to go 5, 6. Because now she's standing right in front of the door, she can sort of shoot anything that jumps out at her. So what is in this room? Right, in this room we have a distinct lack of brains. I mean, to be fair, in this whole dungeon it seems like there's a distinct lack of brains right now. But and another spawn point, which I'm going to, oh no, there we do, there we go, I do have a spawn point token ready. Now I said at the beginning of each Overlord's turn I spawned an enemy, didn't I? And I didn't. So let's rectify that, shall we? So, start of each at the start of each round. So it's at the start of my turn. Okay, so that one at the top there then, what would that have spawned? Because that will activate this round, this turn. So in the room that Rawdin's in, I roll a 5, which is exactly what I said I didn't want. Armoured zombie. So I'll put the table up on a screen each time I roll for it, like I did with the table when I rotated the room. You'll be pleased to know that even though I think this is the same dungeon we're running out of, but even though none of these rooms rotate, which is nice. That was a horrible mechanic on it, didn't like that. Anyway, yeah, that armoured zombie will activate this turn. However, these zombies are further away. So, one of them will... I mean, they're not entirely stupid. One of them will engage Madrigal. Still needing 3s. This necromancer is on point. Yep, Madrigal has taken a point of damage. This is not going well for the heroes thus far, especially seeing as how she's about to take another zombie to the face. And he gets +1 dice because of their mob rule. This was not a good idea. Still 2 there though. That should be soakable, hopefully. Yeah, she soaked that one. Okay, so Madrigal's okay. This is where it's going to get nasty. Because this armoured zombie is not an idiot. He's going to come and attack Rawdin from behind. Which means not only does Rawdin get -1 dice for being outnumbered, he also gets -1 dice for being hit in the back. So, our armoured zombie, they do always say that situations you've got to make it worse for the player, and Rawdin's in a fairly bad situation here. Armoured zombie, combat dice of 3, needing 4s. Needing 4s. Well, And Rawdin's now only rolling 2 dice to defend, which he doesn't. Thankfully, that's not another zombie that's in that room with him. We might actually end up losing Rawdin. Well, not losing him, but him being knocked out. And I haven't decided what it is I want to do with knocked out heroes, because it hasn't happened yet. But hopefully we can come and rectify this. That skeleton warrior is not so much of an issue. That armoured zombie, on the other hand, is. Oh, and it's also on a spawn point, not on each spawn point. So that's a relief. Because that would be quite OP if all the spawn points just randomly popped monsters onto them. So it's at the start of the round, so it's now. Something else spawns, so I'm going to generate it randomly. On a 1, 2, 3 it's the one at the bottom, on a 4, 5, 6 it's the one at the top. It's the one nearest to Madrigal, and what does it spawn? It spawns a 6, which is a ghost, in fact. That's not as bad as an armoured zombie. I think Madrigal and Olaf, and I'm an idiot as well, Madrigal and Olaf, this door leading out of this room, can take on these zombies and this ghost. I mean, the ghost's probably going to engage Orlaf anyway, providing he doesn't come down and attack something. But in the meantime, Danor is going to help Rawdin out. Danor can move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to move up over to here, which means he can see that armoured zombie, and he's going to cast Crushing Depths on it. So the armoured zombie now has -2 armour. And I think I'm actually going to use Focus for that, which means I get to retain that spell, because I dare say there's going to be other nastiness that can spawn, and I might want that back again. So, Crushing Depths on the armoured zombie. Rawdin is not happy. He's going to turn around and introduce the armoured zombie's face to the business end of his hammer. He's still at -1 dice because he's outnumbered. But the armoured zombie is now armour 1. So hopefully on 2s I should be able to kill it. All of them went through. Still combat 3 though. Thankfully, well, it didn't soak that one. However, it did soak the other 2. Is there anything I can do to, sorry, that one went through. Is there anything I can do to combat that? He hasn't got any additional combat abilities. So no, that was a complete bust. That armoured zombie is still alive. Well, as alive as a zombie can be. Which is irritating. Which means that's now flipped to aggressive. This is going to be bad for the heroes, I think. Okay. I think what we might have to do is take Orlaf up there to deal with it. Madriga's going to have to try and fend off these zombies on her own. I mean, if she can take out one zombie, then that's better than none. But we now have... Well, the armoured zombie is engaged with the dwarf, so... I mean, the dwarf's quite tanky. He has taken 2 points of damage, though, and he is outnumbered. Yeah, I'm going to send Orlaf up there, and I'm going to see what happens down here. So, he was here. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's using his athletic dash. So, that armoured zombie is now outnumbered. And Crushing Depths works until the end of the round, so that armoured zombie is still at armour 1, so 2s. It didn't soak that one. It soaks that one, but it didn't soak that one either. So that armoured zombie is now taken care of, which is a relief. Well, you watch, next turn another one's going to pop in. This should have probably been an interrupt there as well, actually. So I'm going to do, excuse me, I'm going to do the zombie against Madrigal. Gets 3 dice, needing 3s. Madrigal takes another point of damage. And then there's going to be another one now, which is probably going to be against Madrigal again. The zombies are probably going to gang up on Madrigal. Wow. Well, she probably won't save that, which she doesn't. So she takes another point of damage. Ooh, Lummy. Poor Lummy, even, indeed. And it's now Madrigal's turn. She's going to have to try and take out one of these zombies, but she's outnumbered. And, I mean, is it likely she can roll 2 2s? I mean, she's got 2 dice to do it with. If she can just take one of them out, that will be something. That's a no. Right, so I think we might have to wave bye-bye to Madrigal. Which is not great. We haven't even got off the first board tile yet. Like I say, this is what we get, I guess, for killing a dwarf lord. So, I'm going to continue right now. It's the Overlord's turn. Well, the Skelly Warrior is going to attack Rawdon in the back, obviously. So he still needs 4s. Rawdon's at -1 dice, but he's fine. One zombie is, oh no, well they both did damage, so they've both got interrupt tokens, so they can't act. That's a relief. And on that note, actually, I'm just going to take a quick sip of tea to calm my nerves a little. And by sip of tea, well, I mean a complete massive slurp of it, but that still means that the ghost can attack Madrigal, which it's going to because it can move through walls. A ghost is vicious. What is its mindset? Yeah, it will move close in order to attack, which I guess if it's vicious it would do. Okay, and a ghost has a combat of 3, which Madrigal is outnumbered, heavily outnumbered. So, but she still needs 3s. She's only rolling 2 dice. Come on, Madrigal, please save this. We can't have you going down. Ooh, I can re-roll one using the chainmail shirt. Come on. Saved by her armour. Wow. Okay. I mean, she is on her last legs here. We need to do something and do something badly. Olaf, can you get back down there? 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, you can engage the ghost. But then what are we going to do after that? One, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not going to help. Right, okay, I have a plan to save Operation Save Madriga. Danor's going to go first. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he is now going to cast Sea of Flame on the ghost. It's an AoE spell, but I need it to get rid of that ghost. And suffers a 3 dice attack at an armor value of -2. So 3 dice attack needing 2s. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. However, the ghost also has a combat dice of 3. And soaked it. Okay, this is where my plan now falls over. No, not necessarily though. Not necessarily. Rawdin is going to be a little bit reckless then. He's going to move, because he can move 7. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now he's going to take a free hit from the ghost for moving out of his front arc. So we'll resolve that now. Right. Needing 4s because I've forgot that he's got armor, so it needs 4s. The ghosty. And Olaf saves one of them. Okay, no, he's okay with that. He's okay with that. He's taken a point of damage, but he's okay with that. Now that he's standing there, he's going to use Whirlwind. No, he's going to use Unstoppable. Not Whirlwind, he's going to use Unstoppable. That's his feat today. So what he's going to do is he's going to attack the ghost. So 5 dice for the ghost. Needing 4s. Well, that's not great, so he's going to use Frenzy on the ghost. There we go. Ghosty is removed. So, fine. It now says that if the monster's removed, move up to 1 square and then immediately fight again. Okay. Well, I don't need to move. I'm now going to attack that zombie that's in front of Madriga. So, I can't use Frenzy anymore. But I need 2s. That's all of them. That zombie is taken out. And because that monster was removed, I can move 1 square and fight again. Okay, not great that one, but didn't soak him. So Olaf to the rescue. Being quite reckless, but even so, has saved Madriga. So, did I attack with that skelly? I don't know. I possibly may have done something a little bit wrong during that sequence. So if I have attacked with that skelly, I mean, I don't remember. So I'm going to attack Rawdin with the skelly in the back, needing 4s. No. Okay. So spawn point. Top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3 for the top. 4, 5, 6 for the bottom. It's, of course, it's that one. And what does it spawn? It spawns a ghost, which we've established is actually quite squishy. Okay. Okay, so the skelly was unsuccessful in attacking Rawdin, so it's back to us again. I'm very, very glad there that Olaf was able to help out Madriga there. So, Danor, in fact, actually, Madriga is going to walk up next to Danor, take his healing potion, and use it on herself, so that she's now recovered 1 hit point. And Danor then is going to cast Healing Spring on her. So she's now actually back up to full health. Which is nice. We don't need to worry about her keeling over at all. And in the meantime, Danor is going to just move over here. Olaf is going to engage this ghost and attack. So let's see how he fares there. Quite worn out after that sequence, but good on you, Olaf. Well, he is very worn out after that sequence, it seems. What do I need? None of them actually went through. So that ghost is actually now engaged with Olaf, so it can't move, and it also can't attack Madriga. Well, it can't attack through a wall anyway. It can move through walls, but it can't attack through walls. Oh, hang on, at the beginning of the sequence, well, that ghost is on that spawn point, so we can't spawn anything. So what's coming up on the top one is a 5, which is an armoured zombie, because of course it is. So what's going to happen here then is Rawdin is going to turn around and attack the skeleton warrior behind him. That's not so bad. That's not so bad at all. And then with his athletic dash is going to actually engage the... He's going to come up here actually. Engage the armoured zombie. So that may not be a good thing, but I reckon he'll be alright. Sorry. So that's now all of my guys done again. It's over to the Overlord's turn. So let's do this ghost first, shall we? I'm just going to get the armoured zombies stats out as well. Okie dokie. So ghost attacking Olaf. Combat 3. Well, that's not so great. he soaks one. Did Olaf? No, he didn't have well drilled. Who was it who had well drilled? Oh, Rawdon. Okay. Okay. Come on, we've got to get off this first tile at least. So Olaf has taken a point of damage. Oh, and he's used his feet now, so he's, yeah. The armored zombie is attacking Rawdon, because of course it is, needing 4s. 2 of them. Oh no, there we go, I can soak it. That one soaks that one, and if I use well drilled to turn that into a 4, then that one soaks that one. So Rawdon is fine. Okay. Okay. Back to me then. We can't spawn anything on the spawn points because there's enemies on them. So one of the reasons why I rushed up to engage them is because then, you know, we can't get any more at the moment. What are we going to do? Well, Olaf's going to continue to smack the ghost. I say continue. He wasn't very successful the first time. Still not very successful this time. What is going on? But at least that ghost's not going anywhere. At the risk of injuring herself again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Madrigal's going to come and help Olaf this time. Ironically. Well, no, we're paying the favour. She's also not having much luck. This is a very, very, very ethereal ghost. So I need 4s to damage it. So, yeah. It's not helping much. So Rawdon's going to have a go at the armoured zombie. I need 4s to damage that as well. We're a bit more successful on the armoured zombie. I'm actually going to turn one of them into a 5. Just to be on the safe side, maybe. Because that's then a nice roll. And I'm glad I did. Because, well no, I mean, it's still, would have soaked 1. But yeah, anyway, so that armoured zombie's been crumped. I mean, he's not an orc. Don't tell Rawdon I said that. Okay, so he can now use athletic dash. And he's going to go. Do you know what? Actually, I don't know really which way we can go, or which way is the best to go. Should I bring all of the heroes? I think because they've all been taking damage, I think I should bring them all in the same direction. So to begin with, actually, I'm gonna game this a little bit. I'm gonna move Rawdon onto that spawn point so that we can't spawn anything this turn. And Danor's gonna come round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he's going to stay away from that ghost. And that's it. It's now the enemy's turn. All we've got is the ghost. The ghost is attacking Olaf. Needs 4s. Gets 1. Considering maybe if Olaf levels up at some point, might actually give him well drilled as well. He soaked that though. In the wise words of the Ghostbusters, he ain't afraid of no ghosts. So start of the turn, we can't spawn anything. There's a ghost on the spawn point and Rawdin's standing on the other one. Where do we go and how do we get there is the question. Yeah, we're going to move everybody down the bottom, I think. So we need to get rid of this ghost. And I don't know who should. Olaf is going to just continue wailing on it as he's in combat with it at the moment. That's a little bit better. Yep, that ghost is gone now. I mean, that took its time. Right, and he's going to use his athletic dash to move one and then open the door. Now, what's in this? We've finally made some progress. What's in this room here? Let's move this for the moment. Right, what is in this room? Okay, well, we have a trap. There. So that's a good start. We have a blockage here. And that's it. We are actually in an empty room. We can't just be in an empty room. I mean, why would there be a trap in an empty room? So Madrigal's going to go and explore it. 1, 2, 3. I mean, it doesn't matter where she positions herself, because if she's gets a marauding monster, it's going to attack her anyway. And I guess if she's there, she can attack one at range as well. So, but I mean, we'll see. So she's going to explore that supposedly empty corridor. And she, actually, no, she doesn't. I need to pop that back in the deck. No, she doesn't. She finds a secret passage. In fact, not only does she find one secret passage, she finds 2 secret passages. I don't know if I'm supposed to show them both at the same time. I've never explored a room that's had 2 secret passages in it, but I'm going to anyway, and I'm going to roll for both of them. Both for the monsters. And none of them have any monsters. So let's have a look at what's behind them. There is a treasure chest behind one of them. There's a treasure chest here. And in this other room, there is a apologies, I think I've put this tile on the wrong way round. Yes, I have. Bear with. I thought it looked a bit strange. I mean, there's still a blockage there, and there's still a secret passage there. But it was going into the wrong room. Right. Anyway, there's a bookcase there. There's a door there. And how many traps are there? 4. spoiler alert. So we're going to put another one down. And so there's a trap there as well. Okay, so we can go into an empty room. And have a look in the treasure chest. Or we can venture down further and see what's behind that door. I mean, it's worth a punt, isn't it? Although considering how they've fared so far, I mean, I don't know really. They haven't been doing too well, have they? Daniel's going to stay out of harm's way. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to stay here because, well, if anything spawns on that spawn point, it'll attack Olaf anyway because he's the closest model. Rodin is going to run down. He's going to go 1, 2 for his athletic dash, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 for his normal movement. Now we have two spawn points that can potentially spawn something. It's the enemy's turn, so, and there's no models on the board. And that is in fact correct. So one of those spawn points will spawn this dungeon's marauding monster, which we've not done yet, but we have seen. And so once again, top one is 1, 2, 3, bottom one is 4, 5, 6. It's the top one. And this dungeon's marauding monster is a skeleton archer. So that means we're now at our turn again. And the bottom spawn point will spawn a 3 is a zombie. Zombies are fairly simple to take out. I think even maybe Danor can punch one in the face, to be honest with you. Which I think he might do. I mean, he's a little bit squishy, but if he can take out a zombie, then that'll be quite handy. And keep it occupied until Rodin gets there. I think he's going to do that, actually. 1, 2, 3. Inspired by a, at time of recording, recent post on the Dungeon Saga Origins Facebook group about how Danor never gets into, or nobody uses him for combat. So here we go, I'm going to use him for combat. He's crap, but we'll see what happens. Right, needing 2s. See, this is why you don't use a wizard for combat. Well, he's going to keep the keep the zombie occupied anyway. So Madriga is going to continue to. She's on full health again now, so she's going to continue pressing inwards. She's going to activate this trap. 1, 2. Let's see what the trap is. It is in fact a trap. What trap is it? It is a Falling Rocks trap. So on a 6 she'll suffer damage, which she doesn't, so she's fine. So where was she? She was here. 1, 2, 3. She's going to enter this room and give it a little search. She's going to see what's in the treasure chest. Firstly, there's nothing of note, but upon further exploration, she finds under some rags a healing potion. Very handy in this dungeon so far. So, yes, well done there, Madriga. Well done. Olaf. Olaf is actually going to follow Madriga. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take her healing potion and use it. So he's now back up to full health. Oh no, he's not. It only heals 1 pip. So he's just shy of full health. And then he's going to use his athletic dash to move in front of this door. 1, 2. Danor tried to smack that zombie just now and failed. So Rawdin is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then athletic dash 1. And he's going to hit the zombie. How's it feel being outnumbered, zombie? 2s? Well, it's going to be unlikely, isn't it? If this zombie rolls 2 6s now, I'm not going to be happy. Nope, not even close. Right, so whilst Danor didn't do any damage, he wasn't completely useless in what he did. He did serve a purpose. He held the zombie up, and Rawdin finished it off. So well done, Danor. Admirable effort. Right, so enemy turn. I guess that skeleton archer is going to come chase us down, isn't it? So how fast is a skeleton archer? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It saw where we went and it's just going to follow us. Back to us then. We're back to spawn points again then. So which one? Top or bottom? It's the top one. And what is it? It's a ghost. That's probably going to be a lot quicker to chase us because it can just move directly downwards. It can only move through explored rooms, ghosts. It can't move through anything that we haven't opened up yet. So, you know, that's quite handy. It can't move through this section of the board, for example, yet because I haven't been there. So it's going to have to come sort of round. But seeing as how we're pretty much sort of directly below it, or Madriga is anyway. Yeah, okay, so let's see what we can do. I think Madriga's going to go and have a look in this other room as well before Olaf stumbles into the trap, because if she can trigger the falling rocks trap again and she can outrun them, then we're good to go. But the chances of that, I mean, it's 1 in 3, isn't it? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, it is a trap. I mean, she oh no, well, her turn ends there anyway. What's the trap? 4 this time. Is a gas trap, so she has to roll over her armor, which is 2. So on a 3 up, she's fine. Oh no, she's got to roll under her armor. Damn, so a 1 or 2 and she's fine. Oh, look at that. She's not scared of rocks, she's not scared of gas. Considering she was quite hurty not long ago, she's not doing too badly this turn. So, Olaf, do you want to come in and have a mooch about? I think so. Actually, no, he's going to come in and open the door. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's behind the door? A little pile of rocks. An armoured zombie. and another door. So that was 4. He's not going to move any further. In fact, he is going to search that room. Because, you know, all he did was just move. He didn't do anything else. Opening a door isn't an action. It's part of your movement. So he is going to search that room. And Olaf finds... Of course, it was bound to happen at some point, wasn't it? Marauding monster. So we get a skeleton archer attack Olaf. Also, there would have been an interrupt there when that door opened. So this skeleton archer attacks Olaf anyway. It's got a combat of 3, a skeleton archer, I believe. Or ranged of 3, rather, sorry. Still needs 4s, though. Gets 1. Olaf should be able to block this. He does. Is there an interrupt? There is. So who's interrupting? Well, it's probably... Oh no, Scully can't attack again now. Ghost can't do anything. I mean, the armoured zombie could move up, I guess. Just to be a bit of a pain. You know, put some pressure on the heroes. Okay, well, it's down to these guys now then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with his athletic dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so on to the enemy turn. I've just realised that I'm going to angle the camera down a little bit. I realise you can't see what's down there at the moment. That's what we're dealing with at the bottom of the board. I'll angle it back up again in a moment. But yeah, so I guess it's the enemy's turn. So what we'll do first is we'll move that ghost into shot, maybe. He's just gonna, well, I don't know if it's male or female actually, it's an it. I don't think, it's just an incorporeal form really. 1, 2, 3, 4, visual representation of what came before. We're going to have the archer shoot Olaf now, needing 4s. There you got 1. Olaf does not have well drilled, so he's taken a point of damage. And now the armoured zombie is going to move up and try and take a swipe at him around the door. Yeah. So the armoured zombie has a combat of 3, so again needing 4s. Only 1. This is good for Olaf. But he saved it. The zombie evidently swiped at the door frame. Right, so can we... Back to us now then, and I mean that ghost is going to be troublesome, but we can pretty much ignore it for the moment. I think we need to deal with this immediate threat in front of us. And we're going to start by moving Rawdin, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he can get into, just to show you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can get into combat with the archer. So needing 2s. Well, the archer can't defend that. So see you later, archer. Now the question is, can Olaf take out the armoured zombie? I mean, he can give it a go, can't he? Why not? Needs 4s. That's quite a nice roll. Be nice if there was exploding 6s. Yeah, that zombie's not defending that. Okay, so crisis averted. So Olaf's going to move his 2. Has he got athletic dash? Yes, of course he has. So he's going to move his 2 for athletic dash. Then he's going to move his normal 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we'll put him in front of the door. Excuse me. Madrigal's just he's gonna follow up. Have we searched this room yet? Yeah, Olaf did and got the skeleton, didn't he? So Madrigal's going to come up into this room. 1, 2, 3. She's going to move there, just in case, and she's going to search this room. Right, this is where it begins. Evidently. So we have a skeleton archer. So the archer is going to shoot at Madrigal, needing 3s. Yes. Come on, reroll 1. Nope. She takes a point of damage. Madrigal's wounded again. Well, she's only taken 1 wound. And Danor, sensing that presence of that ghost, is going to run away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okie dokie. I don't think... Oh, hang on. Is there another marauding monster? There is not. Okay. I forgot to do that the last time, but we're a bit far into it now, so I'm not going to do it again. But yeah, no, there's not one in this corridor. So, enemies turn. And once again, I haven't been spawning enemies, have I? So at the beginning of my turn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3 for the top one, 4, 5, 6 for the bottom one. Top one, and what is it? It is a zombie. It's going to take some time to get to us, but it's there. So we're just going to fill up the board with enemies as they're hunting us. Okay, fine. So, yes, enemies turn. Well, the zombies, unlike the ghost, can't move through walls. So 1, 2. Oh, there's an archer here. 3, 4. So he'd be there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I completely forgot that skeleton archer was there. He sort of blended into the background. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the skeleton archer is going to shoot. Probably going to shoot Madrigal because she's easier to wound. So, skeleton archer's shooting Madrigal. I mean, Olaf is the bigger threat, but Madrigal's easier to wound. Although, not in this case. So, okay, in light of that then, start of the round, we are spawning again. 1, 2, 3 for the top, 4, 5, 6 for the bottom. I'm going to stop saying that. You're going to know which one's which by now. Top one, There's a ghost. More spooky goings on. Ooh. Okay. I think actually we are going to ignore that ghost until it sort of comes closer towards us, which I know it will do, but it can't pass through this room because we haven't looked at it. So it's going to have to go around that room at least. Or that part of the map. I mean, I don't even know if that is a room. So, okay, so Madrigal's going to shoot that archer. She doesn't take kindly to being shot by undead beasties. She can re-roll one of them. There we go. Undead archer, skeleton archer even. Combat dice for 2. Well, it soaked one, it didn't soak the next one though. So yes. Dead archer. The dead archer. That's, I'm never going to stop saying that. So yeah. And Madrigal's going to move up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 behind Olaf, and then we're just going to move everybody into this room, I think. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, you're just going to come up and you're going to protect Danor. Right, enemy's turn. 1, 2. Oh no, it can't stop there, can it? So I'd have to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that skeleton's in the way again. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he'd have to go there. Basically, they're just swapping places. And now this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. That wall's too solid for it to pass through. Spawning. Has that bottom one just become deactivated now or something? They've run out of piles of bones or something. The skeleton warrior this time, I think. Right. Yeah, Rawdin's gonna sort this ghosty out. Or attempts to sort this ghosty out. Is not successful in sorting this ghosty out. Okay. Now, Ghosty can move through heroes, which is worrying Danor somewhat. So Danor's going to move up here. And Madrigal's going to have a go. 1, 2, 3, yeah, right. She's going to move to here. Shoot over the dwarf's head. Into the ghost. She's got her anti-undead arrows, evidently. Evidently. Well, there we go. That one really didn't want to wound. Yeah. Discorporated, said Ghost. Do we want to open this door with Olaf right now? There's only a tiny little room in the front. I mean, it could have a beastie in it. And if there is anything in it, then Olaf should be able to deal with it. Yeah, Olaf's going to open the door. 1. What is in this room? Nothing but another door. So that was 1. 2, 3. Shall we open this door? Yes. Why not? Go for broke. What's in this room? Well, we've got a door here. And a door here. Where's my doors? Oh yeah. We've got a door here. We have ourselves a barrel, and standing next to the barrel we have a dwarf revenant, so we can probably tell what's in that barrel. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is his normal movement, 6 for athletic dash, and he's going to engage the dwarf revenant. I mean, that axe is just about the right height for his head. Can we? Is this on camera? Can we see this? I'm gonna move this, angle this up a little bit now. Can we see that? Yeah, it's kind of going on. Where are we? Here. Right. Okay. So yes, Olaf, take a swing at the dwarf, and hope it's not like playing Odd Job in GoldenEye on the N64. My lord, I'm showing my age now, aren't I? Right, anyways, I need to find, what's the stats of a Dwarf Revenant? I know we only fought them last game, but that was quite a while ago for me. Not for you, but it was for me. 4s. Not so shabby. This barbarian is getting quite sick of undead dwarves by the looks of it. However, this dwarf has a combat of 4. I only need 2 damage to take him out though. Well, that bounces off that one. That soaks that one. And those are ineffective as well. So, not only did I do 2, I did 3 damage. So, that Dwarf Revenant was short-lived. I don't see why we had any problems. So far, I've been worrying over armoured zombies and Dwarf Revenants, and so far, we've been doing alright. Now, however, Daniel's moved, these guys have moved, we spawned something, we spawned that skelly. So it's now, yeah, it's now the enemy phase. Olaf was the last one to act, so yeah, so I mean, so being aggressive there wouldn't have made a difference. There would have been an interrupt after Rawdon didn't beat the ghost. Would there have been an interrupt? No, so it didn't happen anyway. Right, so there we go. I played that correctly this time. Wow, who'd have thought it, even unintentionally. Okay, right, so enemies then. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to move him first because otherwise he's just going to end up on top of him. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and the archer, as it turns out, can see Rawdon. So, I'm going to shoot Rawdon. Needs 4s though. Does not get it. Rawdon is evidently hiding behind the, well, not hiding behind the door, but the door's in the way. There's an earthquake in the dungeon. Either that or this door's on very shaky foundations. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now what we're going to do with this ghost. 1, 2, 3, 4. I hate the fact that ghosts can move through walls. It's logical, but I hate it. Because they can close the gap on you very, very quickly whilst other minions are catching up. you know, the other minions have to run around the dungeon, whereas the ghost just goes straight through the middle. Right, over to us again then. Spawning. 4. So, oh, that's down the bottom this time. Wow. Okay, they've remembered that there's a they can spawn over here. The piles of bones have life in them again. What are we spawning? Well, I mean, kind of. In the same way that piles of bones in Gauntlets spawn ghosts, I guess this one does as well. Okay. Now, I kind of know what it is I have to do here, so I think I'm going to try and end this mission quite quickly. Or as quickly as I can anyway. Considering the fact that Madrigal almost died. Olaf's nearly dead. Rawdin's nearly dead. Danor miraculously hasn't taken any damage whatsoever. I'm going to try and end this one quickly. So, basically, I'm going to show you what my objective is now, because I'm about to uncover it. So, Olaf's going to open this door. 1, 2. And behind this door is where are we? There is a blockage here, but that is because there is a staircase here, and our objective is to get all of our heroes onto the staircase, or all of the any remaining heroes onto the staircase. So Olaf isn't going to make a bomb for it, but he's going to sort of, well, he doesn't know that ghost is there, to be fair. He can make a bomb for it. So he's going to go, so that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he's run up the staircase and he's shouting orders back, going, I found a way out, guys. But that means that ghost can go through that blockage. So, but Danor is going to be fair actually, if that archer could have shot Rawdin, then Madrigal can shoot that archer. So Madrigal is going to shoot that archer. Needing 2s. You can re-roll that one. There you go, look at that eagle eye coming into it. And then she's going to hightail it backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Rawdin's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And Danor is just going to move into this room as well. Is it worth me searching this room? How dangerous can it be? Famous last words. Shall I? Yeah, go on then. No risk, no reward, eh? Guts and glory and all that. Ah, and I'm glad I did. He found some small gems. Now somebody found some treasure earlier as well, and I forgot to add it to the hoard. So when I watch this video back again, I will add it to the hoard. But yeah, there was a jackpot somewhere, so we've got 75 gold. Was there? No, we just didn't find anything. Okay, maybe that was something else then. I'm getting confused. But anyway, we found 75 gold. There's no danger. We just find 75 gold. So well done, Danor. I will remember that this time. I don't think I've got a 75 token, so we'll give him a 25 and a 50. Right, so we now know what we have to do. We need to get onto that staircase. Just wondering if I did spawn something this turn, but I think I did. No, I can't have. Yes, I did. I spawned the ghost. Right. Which, on the subject of the ghost, it's now the enemy's turn. I killed the skelly, so there's no aggressive overlord. Now, if Olaf is on the objective, I don't know if he can be attacked. We are, for the sake of anything, just going to move him out of the way so that, you know, that's a movement. I mean, he can move to that square. I don't know if the enemies can go onto the objective, so I don't know if they can attack him. But this ghost is just going to be a pain anyway and just move into the way. So 1, 2, 3, 4. The zombie is going to continue to to hound us, as is everything else. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go through this middle room again. Ghosts know what's going on. So, over to us again. Once again, we're spawning. I'm beginning to think I'm an amphibian. I'm spawning so much. Ribbit. 4, so the bottom one. What is it? It is another zombie. What's in your head, zombie? Okay. Rodin, can you take that ghost out? Can you get up to him? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, he can. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, there you go. He can. He can get there with 1 point left. So he's going to attack the skelly. No, he's not. He's going to attack the ghost. And he is not successful. So Madriga, cursing under her breath. Never get a dwarf to do an elf's job. I mean, to be fair, she wasn't much more successful, but she can at least re-roll one of these. No. At which point, Danor says, never send an elf to do a wizard's job. He's going to use burn on the ghost. I don't know if you can burn anything that's not there. Burn up to 4 squares, doesn't need to be visible, suffers a 4 dice attack. He's going to re-roll one of those because he can, due to his he's got a Magister rule, which allows him to re-roll one of his dice when casting a spell. There we go. Right. Is he going to be successful? He is not. This ghost is dwarf, elf and magic proof, which proves to be somewhat of a daunting prospect. Right. It is also now the enemy's turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And we have another one which I hope is nowhere near as impervious to magic or dwarves or elves, but we'll see what we can deal with here. Rodin's going to attack that ghost again. He's thinking maybe he just got a lucky blink out of existence at the moment his hammer happened to be occupying that space of air. No. This ghost is not is really not bothered about Rawdin's hammer. What about Madriga's arrows? Well, there we go. She's obviously using the wrong arrows. She's now using her banishment arrows. She most definitely is by the looks of it. So she can, I mean, she can move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She can get onto the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She can get onto the objective as well. Excuse me. Rawdin wasn't able to move because there was a ghost in the way. Danor is going to. He's going to join Rawdin here. And he's going to cast Flame Bolt on that ghost in the front. Which means he gets a 5 dice attack. It needs to be visible, which it is now. But we're going to cast Flame Bolt. So it's a 5 dice attack, needing 3s. It's a good thing that Danor saved his spells till the end, eh? He's been doing very well this game, actually, Danor. Good on you, mate. And that's actually a very good roll as well. That's another ghosty evaporated. Which now actually frees the way for these two to get to the exit. So, I mean, we'll do the enemy turn anyway. So, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, for the sake of completion. It's now my turn, so we'll spawn something just to see. It's at the bottom. It's a zombie. And so let's move Madriga up the stairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. I mean, there we go. We're all on the we'll run up the stairs. Glad to be out of this dungeon. I mean, this was a bit of a slog, wasn't it? I mean, it was touch and go at the beginning there, but then we kind of got into our stride. Danor performing very, very well towards the end. Well, actually throughout the whole thing, really. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to tidy this up. We do get some downtime after this one, which I think the heroes are very, very, very happy about. I'm going to have to watch the previous video to tote up and see what spoils we get from the previous one as well. So I'll be back in a bit to total all that up, get all the experience and see what's going on. So yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Okay, hi there everyone. Here we are. We've managed to get back out of the dungeon. We got through that one. I mean, that was a tricky one, most definitely. Yeah, was kind of worried a bit for Madriga at the beginning, yeah, I'm glad that we've managed to get back out and we've seen the cheery face of Vincenzo again, who is very happy to see us and our coin. As you can see, we've got our 75 that we just picked up, that Danor picked up with the small bag of gems from that adventure, and the 110 that we carried over from the last one. Now, I remember that I did the skills at the end of the last mission. I don't know if I should have, to be honest with you. It does say don't go back to camp or buy any equipment, and I don't know if the getting skills counts going back to camp. So I might have made a bit of a cock up there. But I mean, I didn't use the skills that well. I was using Athletic Dash a lot. I can't remember who picked that up last. I know Madrigal got Eagle Eye last mission, but I did it now, and yeah. Anyway, what I didn't do though is check for any equipment. So they've all only got legendary gear at the moment, aside from Rawdon, who doesn't have anything. So we'll see what we can come up with our, what have we got, 110, 185 gold, plus we get 3 extra cards to draw from, and plus 30 gold. So we've got 185, so that's 95, 205, 215. Sorry, my maths is not with me today. 215 gold to spend. So let's see what our merchant has. First, let's see what stock he's brought with him. Let's roll the dice on camera. It's a 5, which is an exotic caravan, which means I get to draw 7 cards, but then plus 3, so I get 10. So let's see what we've got, shall we? Here's the cards. Just showing that I'm shuffling them, and that I'm not, I don't know, I can't remember what's in this deck. I don't know what order they're in. But here we go. Right, so, first up is a trap kit. Then a pike. Then a bronze shield. Then a mail coat. Then a fine sword. A great axe. That's very dwarven, but I don't think I'll be able to use that. So that's what, that's 6. Great hammer, that's very dwarven. 7. Helm of battle, 8. Throwing knives, 9. And an elven warbow, 10. Right, okay. That's our selection. I would really, really like to have been able to afford the great axe, actually. Rawdon having a bit of a a boost in combat would be nice. The great axe treats enemy armor as 1 less than it would be. Unfortunately, it's 250 gold, which I can't afford. I've got, what have I got? 215. I could get the great hammer, which allows you to re-roll one of your enemy's defense dice. That could be quite nice. Have we got... we could give him a shield. We could give him the Helm of Battle. We could give him a mail coat. This kind of works like the chainmail that Madrigal has. You can re-roll one of your defense dice. Do you know what? I might go for that. So I might do that, actually. I mean, he's quite good at attacking anyway. The only question is, I mean, yeah, we're going to spend the 150, the 150, which leaves us with 35 gold left. Oops, eager to take his money. Rawdon has now got a mail coat. everybody else has armour. So, yeah. Now for experience. They all get 2 experience, which means Madrigal has 2, Danor has 4, Olaf has 4, and Rawdin has 2. And it's not really worth upgrading anything for the 4 experience. So that's how we stand then. Rawdin's bought himself a shiny mail coat. We now only have 35 gold left. And amazingly, nobody died in that mission. Even more amazingly, Danor didn't take any damage whatsoever. So, I guess we're now going to be on to mission 7. So, please, thank you for joining me. Please let me know what you thought down in the comments. I'll see you in the next one. So until then, keep on adventuring, take care of yourselves, and goodbye. I'd also like to give a shout out to my friends at the Nerd Hut in Ipswich. They have a great range of all things nerdy and gaming, so if you ever happen to be in the area, drop in and say hi and see what they've got available.